Hello, ladies. You're eating the same foods you've eaten for 20 years. You're moving your body, and yet the scale keeps creeping up. Your jeans are tighter, and the weight has parked itself right around your middle in a way it never has before. And no one, not your doctor, not the internet, not your gym trainer, seems to have a satisfying answer. Today, we're going to give you one, or at least a real science backed explanation. Welcome to the Menopause Truth Podcast. I'm Dr. Monica Relvis, a physician board certified in lifestyle medicine and obesity medicine, and I have advanced training in hormone replacement therapy as well as cardiometabolic health. So let us start with what menopause actually is. And I know you've heard this before, but bear with me a little bit because the physiology matters to understand what comes next. So menopause is the point when you haven't had a period for 12 consecutive months. In the US, the average age is 51.5 years, and the process called perimenopause starts years before that. It's during that transition that many women first notice the weight creeping in. A 3-year prospective study of women in perimenopause ages 42 to 50 found that most gained weight averaging 2.2 kilos, with 20% gaining more than 4.5 kilos, and only 3% lost weight during that period. What about postmenopause? Research suggests women gain around 1.5 pounds per year on average, if nothing else changes in their lifestyle. And that adds up. Over a decade, that's 15 pounds, almost entirely explained by biology, not willpower. So, what's happening in the body? Well, this is where estrogen takes center stage. Your ovaries produce estrogen. It's not just a reproductive hormone, it touches almost every system of your body: bone density, mood, brain function, metabolism, where your body stores fat. When estrogen starts declining, and it doesn't just drop steadily, it fluctuates widely during perimenopause, your metabolism slows down, your body becomes less efficient at burning fat, and your fat storage shifts. And that's why belly fat becomes the new normal. Scientifically, this is called increased central adiposity. It is not just cosmetic. A 2024 peer-reviewed study showed that the hormonal changes of menopause increase central adiposity and are directly linked to cardiometabolic disease, osteoarthritis, worsening cognition, and cancer risk. Progesterone is also dropping during this time, and testosterone, yes, women do have that too, declines as well. Testosterone helps maintain muscle mass, and muscle burns more calories at rest than fat does. So, as muscle decreases, your baseline calorie burn drops. It's a triple hit, ladies. It's less estrogen, less progesterone, less testosterone, all conspiring to make our metabolism run a little slower and our fat cells become very enthusiastic. Now, here's one piece that's left out of the conversation: insulin sensitivity. Estrogen helps keep our cells sensitive to insulin, meaning our cells absorb glucose more efficiently. When estrogen drops, women develop insulin resistance. Our cells don't respond as quickly, blood sugar stays higher longer, more insulin is then released, and elevated insulin is a fat storage signal. And that is why menopausal weight gain often comes with cravings, energy crashes, difficulty losing weight, even when we're eating carefully. Now, let's talk about what's happening when we're trying to sleep or not sleep. Night sweats and insomnia are classic menopause symptoms, and sleep deprivation itself is a metabolic disruptor. Poor sleep raises our cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and elevated cortisol directly encourages fat storage around the abdomen. It also increases hunger hormones, and it reduces the satiety hormone leptin. So you're hungrier, you're less satisfied, your body is programmed to store more fat. This isn't failure of discipline, this is biology stacking the deck. Women's rates of cardiovascular disease increase exponentially during the postmenopausal stage as a result of weight gain and hormonal changes. In one weight loss intervention study, women gained an average of 10.7 kilos during the postmenopausal period, and at 12-month follow-up after the intervention, most had regained significant weight with increased BMI, waist circumference, and fat mass. So, What do you do about it? Well, the basics still matter, and I don't say to dismiss any of what we've covered. Protein intake becomes more important because it helps preserve muscle. Resistance training, not just cardio, helps rebuild and maintain that muscle mass that naturally declines. Sleep hygiene matters more than ever. Stress management is metabolic medicine, and reducing ultra processed foods and refined carbs can help improve that insulin sensitivity that we were talking about. But, and this is important, for many women, lifestyle changes alone are not enough. And that's where medical interventions come in, which we're going to cover in our next two episodes. Here's what I want you to take away from today. If you've been feeling like your body is working against you during menopause, you are not imagining it. The hormonal, metabolic, and sleep related changes of this transition are real and they're documented. You are not failing, your biology is changing. The good news is there are real tools, medical and lifestyle, that can help. In the next episode, we're talking about hormone replacement therapy, the evidence, the fears, the benefits, and who it might be right for. I'll see you then.